Welcome to ABIM, the premier meeting place for the biocontrol industry. This year we had more than 1,800 delegates here from 58 countries. We had 115 exhibition booths. We had 700 organizations present. And in this video we are going to summarize some of the most important trends we observed this year. There are plenty of innovations coming from the industry now to the market, and this is seen at the Bernard Bloom Award, where ABIM gives the opportunity to companies to present their innovations and also to get the visibility. Congratulations for winning the Bernard Bloom Award. Can you tell us in a nutshell what your invention is about?
So our product BA02 is a bacteriophage-based product to combat fire blight and apple lamprey, which is a very important disease.
Paul, what do you think is the number one trend and issue this year?
I like to speak more about the last years. I think the mites, the predatory mites, they did a great job. They gave a big push to the total market for many companies, and especially, of course, also for the farmers. Besides the insects, we want to go also more in the fungus, bacteria, virus, nematodes. I think that is the next step, and that are also products who can be easier used in the open field crops. And that's the next step I think we go to at this moment.
Getting out of the greenhouses, getting into the arable crops.
We learn a lot in the greenhouses, techniques, systems, but now today we go more step to step now the open field, and that's I think also the next step for this whole all the people here.
The big achievement is moving into arable. It's really seeing huge hectares now moving of biocontrol. In Brazil we see 60% of the hectares using biocontrol. We're seeing policy change throughout the world. FAO is asking for more biocontrol. They're putting together regulations for it. We're seeing here in Europe the regulation changing to support biocontrol and to move it forward. We're going to see huge growth in this industry, and we're going to see a shift from predominantly chemistry to predominantly biology.
Another trend we observe is that biocontrol has now really arrived in mainstream agriculture, and it's widely recognized as a main contributor to sustainable agriculture for the future. So you would say biocontrol is a pillar of the Green Deal and the Farm to Fork strategy?
Absolutely. I would say it's a pillar of sustainable agriculture. It's the core of integrated pest management. It's actually the core of resilient farming.
This industry is really dynamic because what they're producing is a disruptive technology. And as we saw in the energy sector, there was solar, there was wind power. You see how that's taken off, and it's a little bit like the same in crop protection. There was pesticides, and now there's biocontrol. And with biocontrol, that's going to be a real game changer for the sector.
The biggest driver is the consumer, and it forces the food marketers to ask their growers to produce their food in a new and innovative way. Many times that requires the integration of biologicals. For the growers, the biggest driver is the fact that biologicals are very good at managing pest resistance.
Another important development for the industry is the fact that the registration requirements are now being adapted. So there is quite a bit of development towards an appropriate registration system for biocontrol products. So biocontrol is out of the niche and into the mainstream market now?
Yes, in many parts of the world, but I have to say not yet in Europe. We're moving that way. We've got to give it a very good push. We've got to push the relevant legislation through and have more legislation that's appropriate for biocontrol.
Historically, for our biocontrol industry, Europe has been the most difficult countries to go to with new technologies. Europe has treated so far biocontrol solution in the same way as it was treating conventional pesticides, and we hope with the new definition in the Sustainable Use Directive, we are treated separately, and Europe will not be anymore the place where you don't want to go, because it's going to take ages to have your products on the market and new tools to the farmers, but actually is the place where you will want to go. And my wish will be that things go in such a way that during ABIM 2024 the Commission will be here to announce us that these measures are becoming a reality.